Hello friends, it's Armstrong here. Well, Arch Inquisitor Armstrong here from Other Miniatures, and today we're gonna be recruiting some more scum into our Penal Legion. Yep. So we have a couple of sprues of the Stargrave Scavengers. Frostgrave actually, not Stargrave, Frostgrave. So like they do have a chainsaw in here. Chainsaw. We have a couple of Agrofragilant buddies. Some Minutemen, yeah, to add some more skinny scum. This is from, I think, well, we already used that sprue a lot. And here we have some of the cannon fodder from, I don't remember exactly the name of the company, but this is the weapons for them. And I already built one. He's a kneeling one. He's already even primed. So yeah, let's get to assembling some cool looking minis. I don't think that they're gonna have enough backpacks for them. So backpack's gonna probably come sometime later with a like maybe I can scrounge enough from all of the things that I have in here for a unit of 10. Yeah, but what we're gonna do, we're just gonna build them one by one like we always do, and we're gonna figure out what we want them to be at the end of the day. So first of all, I just gonna cut a couple of bases because not everyone have a base here. And they're gonna actually have to rebase all of those minis at the end of the process. I have them primed already, like I said, like quite few of them. And I got some more recruitment coming in probably next week. Alright, so let's just pick, let's literally I'm just gonna pick a next one in here, yeah, because I used the kneeling one. So let's just get this out of the sprue, clean it up, and then think what we're gonna do with it. Like the original weapons from the Cannon Fodder set are actually very good for 40k. They are bayoneted rifles, so they could fit. As you can see, that's the usual rifle. It looks almost like a las gun. Yeah, only that bayonet on the bottom is a little bit odd. But what can we do? Actually, what we're gonna do, I don't gonna be mixing and matching on this particular build. I just gonna build him as he should be. So everything gonna come from the cannon fodder sprue. And then we can mix and match next one. See what we can do. I'm just thinking headwise, do I have something that I really like? So this one, I already actually use one of those bold ones with the explosives around their necks. They actually kind of work for me, so we're gonna choose one of those. And in here, let's just see if that weapon gonna work. Because when I was picking the sniper, like I couldn't really see how the weapon is gonna be attached there, and it was quite a nuisance to figure it out. Oh, I like this weapon. He's gonna be holding it down. All right, then we're gonna have to find the right arm for him. Yeah, I have idea for a what do you call them? Heavy weapon platforms. I hope that this is the right hand. You see, the problem with them, they are not numbered, so I am guessing, but this seems to be correct for this particular guy. Yeah, so he's holding the rifle in both hands. And we're just gonna throw a head on him as well. All right, and those explosive colors, they just work perfectly for this unit. Yeah, just, they go astray, they gonna lose a head. This is typical Imperium for you, Imperium of Men. So I'm just grabbing a random backpack from this sprue. Like I said, on this one, everything is literally from the actual sprue that it should be. All right, just give it a little bit of a wiggle with the plastic glue, and attach it on the back. It's kind of odd, how they have this spaces to put backpacks, but they are not actually correctly socketed, because they do everything very well, but the backpacks are kind of meh. All right, so we have a first one. I'm gonna be right back. Now let's have a look at the new addition to the collection, which are the Minutemen. Well, all of those minis are the new addition, but the Minutemen, they are, even comparing to the cannon fodder, they are skinny and small. Yeah, so I'm not sure if they're gonna be very compatible with the rest of the sets, because they are more of a actually like historically more accurate minis. So let's just see. Yeah, worst case scenario, they're just gonna be diminutive warriors within the unit, or I'm gonna use them for something different. Yeah, but the entire Minuteman apparel kind of already do not work very well for the Penitent Legion. Penal Legion? Penal Legion. Penitent would be the Sisters of Battle. Okay, and again, we're just gonna assemble one just out of the sprue without really messing much with mixing and matching, but I already see that I'm gonna love some of those heads. Now, this one, we're gonna go with this one. It's just reminds me of a Jumanji. Oh, so as you can see in here, hopefully, you have this, this hat. Let's just see if we attach this arm to him, would that see out of place? Actually, surprisingly not. Like, it is tiny bit big, yeah, but it doesn't really ruin the character. It doesn't really ruin the figurine, so it's okay. It's someone compatible, and if we toss them at on the base, like with the base on a second base, they are height-wise. Look at that. Height-wise, even without the base, they are almost the same size. So a little bit diminutive, but close enough. And let's try to use that weapon. So I'm gonna try to mix it with the come on, cannon fodder sprue. We'll see how it's gonna look like. Like, obviously, he ain't gonna be aiming this weapon. It's gonna be just hanging down, but he is in this kind of lax walking position where he is. Yeah. Yeah, mixing and matching can be a little bit problematic, but I think with this arm may be the right one. I don't know why they number the things if there is no instruction for this. Yep. Oh, I'm gonna be honest, I have ton of fun building those minis. Yeah, just you know how chaotic I'm generally when it comes to building my stuff, and this is one of those things, that I love the chaos in it. Now, if I try this arm, would that be any better? Yeah. And the thing with the Penal Legion sprue, they actually have chains to attach to the explosive colors as well. Yeah, so you can see in here they are chains that you can attach to make the color look even better. Oh, my next door neighbors are shouting. I mean, they kids, not the adults. Yeah, that's probably the right arm for this. And we're gonna see if that's gonna look comparatively, if it's gonna look decent. Oh, come on, stick. So yeah, it doesn't look out of place. It's the gun is big comparing to the guy, but you know, like if you are locked inside of a space prison for years, you're gonna lose some weight, you're gonna lose some muscles, I think. And generally it worked. That was the only set that I was really worried about when I pick it up, because all of those parts look so small. But now that I look at the arms, only really the weapons look much smaller, but the arms are kind of the same size, which is not bad at all. And the things I'm missing in here in this set, backpacks. Like I think that the rattlings from the well, I have rattlings somewhere in here in one of the boxes. I think that rattlings was actually the best set for the backpacks because they have ton of them. Yeah, and I want to have backpack on pretty much every single one of the guys. But you know, I have remedy for that. I have a resin 3D printer, so I can throw the print on and you know just start printing, and it's gonna be just fine. Yeah, so I'm just looking for a small backpacks for those guys. And look, that's actually gonna that's gonna look beautiful on this one. Just chef's kiss, chef's kiss. I'm actually extremely happy with this. Look at that, just how would you know Bethesda's leaders say it simply works. Yeah, simply works. So you have 2, and today I plan to build 10, so let's just go and build more. I'm gonna get another one of those boys because they are awesome. I love the skinniness of them. And as well, I like emptying spruce, so yeah. And my favorite part of the hobby is actually kit bashing. It's, you know, building stuff that may not exactly be what it's supposed to be. All right, let's clean this up. I think that I got rid of all of the unnecessary stuff. Now, let's give him a base. And you see, I forgot to take actually any kind of other sprues with the futuristic weapons. So let me just have a look in here. And this is the sprue for the scavengers. So I'm just gonna grab one of them. Yep, and we're gonna just use some weapons from here, I guess. Okay. Yeah, of course I have those sprues still, yeah. But we want to mix and match. So I'm gonna take this backpack because I want that backpack on it. The scavengers one. And I'm just considering, do I want to use a different head on this guy? Because this one is like an officer head. It is just not what I would be looking from a scum. This one is cool enough. Let's see. Oh my goodness, those kids are loud. I don't know whether you can hear them on the recording, but my goodness, they are just shouting their heads off. Well, with a little bit of glue, it's gonna fit in here. And weapon. Let's just give him a single-handed weapon, or a weapon held in a one hand. Come on, ship. Choose. I think that I can take this. He's gonna be holding it up, or I can. No, because this one is two-handed. Papa, either this or this. This. And this is the beautiful thing about that. Number 12, you see, knife and this, yeah? Which I really, really like. They did design it to click together without much of thinking. So designers, yeah, from the company, hats are off to you. This is a very, very good design. So we have arm, we have backpack, we have a head, and we need a second arm. So it's gonna be this side, and we need the other side. Let me see on the other spruce. I know I'm pondering, stuff all the time today. It's just one of those days. I have a relatively difficult day at work, so this is me unwinding absolutely. This is such a bizarre looking pose, but I think that I'm gonna take it. He gonna looks like, he have a sleeve from completely different character, but who cares? Yeah, like I said, they are thieves. They are stealing stuff all the time. Yeah. Just like, it's gonna require probably a little bit of right positioning, gonna stop the trimming from happening. All right, let's go. So, wow, that glue just split all over the mini, went all over the mini. Like for those minis, when I'm doing this kind of random arms attachment, the nice thing would be to have some sort of shoulder pads to cover any kind of crimes that I'm doing. But obviously, they are IG Imperial Guards. I don't think that they're gonna have much of a of shoulder pads options. Yeah, like you can take some from the Acadian shock troops. They have the officers shoulder pads. Well, they do come with shoulder pads, but yeah, they can have he can be looking at his own hand, what is going on with it. Ha ha ha, yes, he is a Sundere or whatever they are called, the guys that have delusions of whatever, and he's just trying to be a psyker or a psycho, either or. More of a psycho, I would say. I have power. Okay, that was that was just me. Don't mind me. It's just this is gonna be an interesting week. Ah, come on, come on. Right, with this kind of arms, you can like build kind of scrappy sanctioned psychers. Yeah, but there we go. That's number 3. So we have only what 7 to go because I want to build 10 today. So let's just grab this one since he's already jumping off the sprue. Yeah, like there's nothing that he can do, but jump off the sprue. So I did order some of the officers of the court to help with the order in the unit. So we're gonna have a couple of arbeitis guarding this bunch of mischievous cretins. Like I gonna try these arms, yeah, on this guy. I don't know how they're gonna look like. Yeah, so I'm a little bit worried, but I want to try them. So let's just first of all snap this off and then see. Yeah, that wasn't bad. So the thing, if the blade was a little bit longer, it could be the eviscerator, yeah, for the, what do you call them, for the fanatics. Oh, you see, it's tight. It's coming on tight on the mini, but it doesn't look bizarre. It looks okay. So let's just glue it. Yeah, like there is no reason not to do it. Yeah, maybe just a big flat surface under one of his arms. Yeah, this one in particular. But yeah, we have a not really a religious fanatic per se, but going with the chainsaw after people. Let's just see if we have crazy enough head on one of those sprues. Straight away, look at that. It just, yeah, like because some of them are just way too far gone. Yeah, and this one is yeah, like it is not good per se. It's just not bad. It could be better, like he been through a whatever, yeah, and he still survived. Like the other ones, like this one with the horns on it wouldn't work, but this actually works. Let's just grab this backpack from this set because I need to scavenge every single backpack from wherever I can to keep them going. Let's see. Yeah, there is a little bit of a messing with the neck on this because the connector there is flat, so let's hope it's gonna work. Dub 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 dub. Okay, and now yep. What do you think, guys? I think that he is awesome with that sword. So chainsaw, not chainsword. I need to, kind of correct myself because I always say sword instead of a saw. It is still just a chainsaw. And a backpack. Why even the plastic glue is sticking to my hands? Like, just doesn't make sense. It is a form of acetone. It shouldn't be sticking to my fingers. There we go. We have crazy backpack. We have crazy chainsaw. And the guy who looks like he came out of a horror movie. We need more of those. No. We haven't used any of the bodies from this spruce. Like I have those two lovely spruce. And zero use of bodies so far. Yeah, and both of them have, different weird heads and backpack-ish objects. There is a lot of skeleton arms, which, as much as I would love to, they would have to stay until we're gonna be going into a traitor guard. Yeah, but I seen a couple of sets. I seen that they actually produce the traitor guard set, which is great. But yeah, I was actually talking to Shadow and guys on the weekend. And I was like, oh, they only included the traitor set, the traitors in the Red Corsaris box. I was absolutely wrong. There is a separate Traitors Guard box set, and yeah, I think about going into it one day. But yeah, right now, this is the project that I plan on develop till my brain gonna go a stupid way and say, oh, Sebastian, you did that for so long, change to something different. Believe me, sometimes I hate my brain, sometimes it hates me. So. So what I was thinking for this guy, I was thinking, give him one of the rifles. But then I thought, there is actually a spare rifle that you can attach to the backpack. And then I thought, there is these two hands, which are free hands, that we can attach to his arms. Well, you know what I'm talking about. So he can be, like not really dual wielding, but he can be properly running without carrying a bulky weapon in his arms. Okay. Yeah, I think that we are getting somewhere. Now we need a backpack that I can attach the gun to. Neither of them works 100% for what I'm looking for. Nope, nothing in here. Maybe this one, yeah, because this one is long and quite straight. So if I attach the weapon to it, it's gonna work. I know that he already gonna have weapon, yeah, because he have the pistol. But on the other hand, it's a pistol. Now let's look for a head for him. So there is such an assortment of crazy looking heads. Like I love this one, yeah. And he is like running. It is actually from its own set. Yeah, let's go with it. I don't know how it's gonna turn out. It's just, at this point it is everybody's guess or everybody's game, whatever you want to choose. I just like how it's gonna, like some ideas. Yeah, we'll see how it's gonna turn out at the end of the day. So we have the gun as well. Now, glue, and let's start doing stuff. So, and this lovely, not demented at all head. Oh, I need to do a little bit of a cleanup in here on the neck. I remember once I decided to participate in a fantasy tournament without actually owning a fantasy army at that stage. I went to store before the tournament started. Bought myself a Dark Elf army box. I built it inside of the store. Borrowed the rest from the store owner. Bought a book from the store and won the tournament. Oh, that was a cool time. I'm gonna be honest. I was playing pretty much every day, either 40k or Mordheim, and it was fun, doing all of that. But after I won, I felt like, what the hell did happen? How did I even win? But I was teaching everyone in that store how to play both of the games, so I guess I have a little bit of an advantage. Come on. Oh my goodness, he is lost. Like lost in time, lost in space, lost everywhere. Yeah, let's just give him a backpack. Would that even fit on his back? Because he has such an arch back. We're gonna try it. Maybe that backpack actually gonna keep him, from falling over. Yeah, like I'm even thinking about maybe using a sprue goop, to fill it up. But let's leave it and let's see if I can attach that gun somehow. This way, maybe? No. This way. Yeah, let's try it. It's not gonna be perfect, yeah, but this is a quick-ish build. If I want perfect, I would probably spend much more time on it. All right, but we have another one. We have wow, it's already number 5. Okay, it's going much faster than I was expecting today. But he is mad. He is Mad Dog. McFluffy, I guess. Yeah, let's mix and match. We didn't do anything from this sprue, yeah? So I'm thinking this guy, he's kind of dodging, yeah? You didn't see that, but I actually did the dodging move. Yeah, it was very swift, and I was like a cat. A very, very plump cat, but still a cat, no less. So hopefully by this time next week, I'm gonna have the possible, guards for this unit. I want something more cheerful. I'm gonna take this head literally from the same set that it belongs to. So no mixing on this one, or at least of the head. Yeah, and down. So this blade used to be very sharp. Now it is kind of meh. I'm just hoping that I don't gonna hurt myself like a nom because I'm just too focused on building stuff and get hurt, which wouldn't be anything new, believe me. I tend to get lost in those builds. In here, do we have anything that can be put as a single-handed weapon? No, I don't think so. So looking through other sprues, yeah. What I was thinking, maybe 2 one-handed weapons and then put a gun on his back like we did before. This is not a bad set. You have a pistol, you have a hatchet. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do pistol and the hatchet. But is the pistol in the right hand? No, it is in the wrong hand. Because what I would want to do is, him pointing this way with a pistol. And the pistol is actually in the other hand. So it would be pointing this way, which would be... but let's go with that, I already kind of decided on this. So we don't gonna give him a rifle. He gonna be just, pistol and a close combat weapon guy. All right. And that's, I think, a set. Yeah, that's 13 and 13. So let's try to assemble him. Maybe the gun first, because I would maybe try to pose his head towards the gun. Yeah. Oh, you see, that's the problem with the few sets. The arm in here is a little bit bigger, and it shows the gap in there. Let's see the other arm. Oh my goodness. Oh, I'm too old for this. I'm dying, The prison is not treating me well. Okay, no, that's actually not the bad pose. Yeah, he looks like a clown, which is great. I'm gonna have to clean. No, I don't have to clean that up. Now the backpack. I would probably need something tiny for this pose. Actually, I'm just gonna use that sachet as his backpack, because like I said, they are fifths. He got a level 1 backpack. Yeah, so his backpack gonna be tiny. Yeah, if you play like Call of Duty or games like that, which you have to find your equipment, that would be my excuse for this guy. He just didn't found a big backpack just yet on the battlefield, and yep, he just have this tiny thing hanging from his back. And you know that I'm not doing straps, because that would be green stuffing, and I don't even know where my green stuff is. I have only milliput around. But that's number 6, so we have 4 to go. Actually, what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna empty this sprue. I'm gonna get those 2 bodies out. Yeah. And then maybe we're gonna do the 2 agro-fragile bodies to empty this sprue as well. So yeah, we have a plan. Well, at least I have a plan. You guys are just watching this. Let's go. Chach, 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 and chach. All right. So that's the first body. Let's give him a little bit of a cleanup. But I really enjoy the bodies of the cannon fodder. Yeah, they are nice, they are smooth, they are sleek bodies. Really good minis to work with. So if you are looking for a Penal Legion, guys, I would advise you to go with a cannon fodder. They are really, really good minis. Now let's just have a look if we have anything demented enough on the agro-fragile sprue for this guy. It is that screaming butthead, I love it. And it's kind of fits with the rest of them. It is bold-ish. Yeah, with a scar, so it's gonna fit with the rest of the Penal Legion. Shook. Oh, just he looks like he's already half dead, which is nice. Well, not nice for him, but for the atmosphere of the piece. Now, nah. Okay, I just have a stupid idea, and I'm gonna go with it. We have a mace and we have a mace. Both of them are for different hands. Yeah, he looks like a crazed guy. Yeah, I just gonna give him 2 maces. Yeah, and whatever be damned. Yeah, but I want to do it, and I will. The logic in Imperial Guardsmen, going to fight against anything, with 2 maces, like just, yeah, beautiful. I gotta be honest, my brain sometimes comes up with something and I'm like, you are dumb. You are very, very dumb, and I love you for it. uh, so now, how this gonna look like? Because it's gonna be across his body in front with one mace. Yeah. He's already tipping over, so he have to drink some moonshine, or in this case it would be a toilet wine. I'm not good at this, I guess. Let's give him a second to get some grip. And what would I do with this second arm? Because I think it's gonna cross on the front as well. Would that work at all? Like, there is no way of fitting a second arm with a mace. Oh, I really wanted for this to happen, but I'm not willing to spend next 2 hours fiddling with the arm. So let's see what I can do with the other hand. Dip, 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 dip. I have this the pistol-ish one. Let's see if that's gonna work. It's a pity. I really wanted that to come true, but it didn't. It didn't come true. It is still kind of a stupid position. But people do go into stupid positions when they are in combat, so. Yeah, now it just looks stupid. Let's put it up. It's the intended position for this arm. Okay, he looks decent. We need a backpack. We need a backpack for him. I don't have any more backpacks on this sprue, so we're gonna actually use his own sprue for that. And I think that this engineer sprue is actually good for him. Demented engineer. So I just have a song, I Hate Everything About You, in my head right now, after I said that I hate everything about something. Okay, so this, and then Schlappy Dappy Doo. And next guy is finished. So that's what, number 7? 2, 4, 6, 7. Yeah, we have 3 more to go. Almost there if I don't gonna destroy everything that I already built. Yeah, I do actually have like a proper sprue stand. Well, it isn't like proper. It is something that was left behind after my wife, and it works for sprues, but it is on the other desk. So yeah, it's not really accessible to me at the moment because I'm too lazy to turn around. I don't even know what I'm doing right now. All right, let's hope that he's gonna get the grip quickly. Not to my finger though. Like, how is acetone and plastic gluing into my finger? Like, I'm not getting it. It's just the math is not mathing for me. Okay, now for him, I really want this little chopper. Yeah, it just looks right to me. Size-wise, it looks right. So let's just grab that chopper. So I have one arm here, and let's just see if we have any other melee arm for the other arm. Actually, if I can, maybe that, yeah, like the torch. I know that I already used one torch on a previous build, but this might actually work nicely. And then I have idea for his weapon from the Stargrave scavengers or whatever they are called, crew. Yeah, so this sprue in here, of course I just knocked the head away. This sprue in here have in here holstered weapon. Yeah, it's like a auto gun or whatever. But yeah, we have this, and then we can throw some sort of a backpack. Obviously, if anything in here is obvious, but I'm thinking this, just as a scavenger kind of, that he picked up stuff from somewhere. All right, let's assemble him. We have pieces, picked out. And I just gonna push them because I'm gonna destroy them otherwise. Like I have this feeling in my bones, So his head, obviously, I always push it too far. Now, arm number whatever. That's the torch arm, isn't it? Yeah. It's kind of odd because he gonna be carrying it just like that. Yeah. So just over his head. If I knew how to do object source lighting, that would be awesome. But yeah, that's only if I knew. I can probably learn from YouTube videos. But yeah, I suck at painting. The entire thing, for me and building my armies, I love assembling stuff. It's my favorite. Like I said, the entire hobby, painting and modeling and converting and stuff like that. Whew, I'm in my subject. When it comes to painting, not so much anymore. That's why I only had ever one fully painted army, and that was a Tau army, surprisingly, because I decided to paint it in military camo. And I guess my very first Nurgle army was fully painted as well. Well, it comes to 40k, yeah. Oh, come on, stick, not to my fingers. And this entire thing is not really a backpack. And now this. And I'm just where to place it. Maybe here on his hip. Yeah, that's the idea. So let's just do that. Hip, 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 hooray. All right, and let's just toss it on his hip. And beg the gods of plastic that it's gonna stay there. All right. And now I just have to give it a chance to dry. So we have number 8. Down. There we go. There we go. Now, Agrofragilants, my favorite Games Workshop scopes for a while. Yeah, but like I was looking at some of the, what do you call them now? A League of Voltan Deepkins, guys. Yeah, and with a little bit of luck, you're gonna see at least one of them coming in next week. And I gonna probably have a heyday, and it's gonna be a longer form video for that particular one model. But yeah, let's get our crazy folks into the unit, yeah, because we have enough of them looking somewhat disciplined. Yeah, but we really need the crazy into a crazy pie. So we have one religious extremist, religious fanatic. Yeah, and let's just grab another one, of course, for the emperor. Yeah. Or, like I do have couple of admech waiting to be up. Admech? Yeah, I think they are called admech now. Waiting to be built. So, we can throw in as well something for Omnisaya if necessary. Yep. All right. So we have those two bodies. Now, I really think that the heads from this particular set, the Penal Legion, the those ones, yeah, but they're gonna work for them. Like, just look at this. I gonna add them in there. Like, once I have a favorite head, it's kind of hard to get it out of my head, and I gonna probably repeat the word head multiple times before we finish this. But yeah, let's just attach this one in here. Yeah, so they have like double color now because they do actually come with the colors, and they have explosive colors as well. So yeah, colorception. All right. So we have those. And don't ask me why I switched to building two guys at the same time. Just kind of happened. Now, weapons. I want some weapons on them. But which ones? Like, this one looks awesome. So we're gonna go for this one. This is number 15, and this is number, is it 16? 16, yeah. So this is 16 and 16. So just gonna grab that for one of them. Yeah, and I'm gonna be honest, this entire, Stargrave Scavengers crew, beautiful for spare parts. Like, so many extra pieces in here for the weapons. Yeah, so when you are building something like that, I would just say get that set, no matter what, because it just works. It just works, and it's doing so much good work for the entire build. I'm just hoping that you can see what I'm doing over here, because I don't even know if I can see what I'm doing. And the only problem with those, they are a little bit slimmer than the scavengers, so they tend to have a problem with the arms, and that hand in particular is kind of bulky, so it's gonna look a little meh, but not all that bad. And this one, I can probably give him a number 12. Where is number 12? Did I already use it up? Because I was thinking this knife and the second thing, but it's gone. Can I do him without weapons, or maybe one hand with the mace and the other one empty? And then, I can 3D print a weapon to add to him later on. Or maybe use this, number 4. No, because he's like holding in two hands. That's not what I'm looking for. Let's just try those, like maybe this one, which is an open arm. And I can try this one on the other side. Yeah. No? Oh, yeah, the one with the mace. Let's just try the mace one. I can give him a pistol on his belt for the shooting weapon. Of course, it's not gonna work, so let's just tear it out. All right, so let's just see. Let's just see how this is gonna assemble. So let's just go with this we're gonna have that arm. Yeah, why not? It is kind of odd position. I usually like to have this kind of, Macy stuff, just go like this way, which makes it, yeah, it actually makes it look decent instead of just, kind of odd. So let's just clean this out. Then we have this arm, which we have nothing in, but I can probably go like, yeah, let's see that. Sorry, just, it's odd. Yeah, it kind of works. And now where to squeeze that pistol? Because, well, I can probably throw it on the back. It makes sense to put it on his back. It's not really squeezing it, per se. But, just here, like, there is a free space. And obviously there is my finger imprinted in the back of the Mini. So let's just try to clean that off. Let's just smooth it out with the glue. That arm is a little bit on a janky side. Yeah, that look okay. Now I want the backpack for him, but the backpacks from this set, oh no, this one gonna be good, big, small enough, not too big, just right. It's gonna fit. I was thinking about, just assembling pieces from the other like things, but I think that this, yeah, how it is built, it's gonna actually work just over that pistol. Yep, literally just as it was made for it. All right, so this is so. Right, so there we go. Like I said, in here, probably sprue goop would be a good choice for me, because my fingers are just gluing themselves into the minis, and I'm not getting enough contact surface for them to hold correctly. But we have this one, and for this one, I can probably go with the bigger one. So we have this one, which is a little bit chunkier. Yeah, and surprisingly, I did get backpacks for everyone. Well, I could probably pull out like, 3 or 4 more from the pieces of this spruce. But definitely I cannot pull backpacks for every single character in here. Now, which way that goes? Which is the bottom, which is the top? I think that this is the top and this is the bottom. So yeah, let's just try this. Pum, 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 pum. Pum, pum, pum. And let's hope for the best. Expect, mess. I'm gonna be honest, this backpack, this gun, everything works for this guy. That explosive color head. So, yep, we are done with building. Let's just have a final review of those minis. I know it is an over hour-long video, but, who cares? So we have our first Minuteman joining the army. Yeah, he is scrawny, he is tiny, but he is cool as heck. Yeah, they are for the people, by the people, and so on. Then we have our one of the what do you call them? The cannon fodder. Yeah, thinking that he just got power. Yeah, so this is the next one. Then we have a fanatic. Yeah, little bit demented, little bit crazy. Yeah, but with power, with madness power. We have another mad guy who is just running, looking like he's like something is trying to possess him. Let's be honest. Yeah, it's look like a demon possession. We have our horror character. Yeah, chainsaw. a demented head, and trench coat. Like, you cannot go any more horror than that. Then we have a fully built, proper, cannon fodder guy. There is really nothing special about the conversion here, but he is done. Then we have this guy, yeah, like, haha, I shoot you, and then I'm gonna chop you. Yeah, and we have our guy with the torch and the chopper and a pistol, and God knows what is that on his back. Yeah, and then we have one crazy dude with the mace and the pistol, and someone is coming. Yeah, and this guy in here with the gun and the backpack and everything. All right, that's it for today. I know this is an hour long video, but that's what I'm doing here. So if you like this video, you know what to do. Rate, comment, subscribe, share with your friends, family, and whoever else want to watch it. And everyone have a great day and take care. Bye bye.